tried two of the most popular fitness apps created by two of the most popular fitness influencers. MacroFactor, built by Greg Nichols, popular powerlifter and fitness writer, and Carbon Diet Coach, created by Dr. Layne Norton, a PhD and IFP world champion with over 1 million followers on Instagram. Both apps are known for their science-backed built-in coaching capabilities. But which one is better? While both apps are fantastic, one did come out on top. My team at 𝗖𝗺𝗀𝗽 compared both across 10 key categories, including food database, accuracy, level of personalization, tracking capabilities. However, for time's sake, I'm only going to go over the top 6. I've also done full video reviews on each of these apps that go into a lot more detail on how we tested them, how you can save some money if you'd like to purchase either one, and those are going to be linked in the article as well as linked in the video description. Now that we got all of that out of the way, let's dive right into the review. Now let's talk more about MacroFactor first. If you're unfamiliar with MacroFactor, it is a nutrition app that allows users to track their calorie and macronutrient intakes. You can monitor your weight trends, log progress pictures and body composition changes, and serves as a built-in diet coach. With each passing week, the app learns more about how many calories you're burning and how much you need to consume to reach your goals. Based on the foods that users are logging and the changes in weight over time, the app fine-tunes its recommendations to keep you on track with your goals. One of the best things about this app is that it doesn't require you to be as rigid with your macro targets to see progress. MacroFactor has been designed to allow for a lot more flexibility so that you aren't punished for not hitting your targets perfectly every day. Some more things that we liked about this app is that it has a very large food database, in-depth nutritional information, and 4 food logging options, including AI description. We also love that it allows you to choose which program option that you want. If you want to go with a coach program or with the app regulating everything for you. You can also do collaborative or manual. MacroFactor also has really dynamic and intuitive nutritional recommendations. Now for what we don't like about MacroFactor. Firstly, there's no free version available, but there is a free trial if you'd like to see if you like it before you want to buy it. And if you enter the code 𝗖𝗺𝗀𝗽 when signing up, you get an extra week on your free trial, so then you'll have 2 weeks to try it out before paying. Now for Carbon Diet Coach. Carbon Diet Coach focuses on calories and macros, which is different from a lot of other food tracking apps that generally prioritize either calories or macros. When you sign up and choose your subscription option, the app asks about your goals, whether you're looking to lose fat, if you want to gain muscle, if you want to maintain your weight, or doing a reverse diet. You can also add in your age, gender, activity level, etc., all that stuff. Using this data, it calculates your nutritional needs and it reevaluates them on a weekly basis on your adherence and rate of progress. During a weekly check-in, the app is going to ask you if you adhered to your daily targets. If you did, then the app will use its collected data to determine whether to make changes or not. If you didn't, then the app is going to not change anything and simply just tell you to be more adherent. What we like about this app is that it has really accurate nutritional recommendations and weekly updates. It's also really simple and intuitive to use, and it has a pretty good comprehensive food database. What we didn't like about this app is that, for one, there's no free trial, so you'll need to pay if you want to test this one out. I also didn't love how the app won't update recommendations unless you are adherent. This is pretty stringent and it doesn't really allow for a lot of flexibility, which sometimes is really challenging to stick to. Now that we went over the pros and cons of each app, it's time to put them head to head. The first category we compared was food database. Now, MacroFactor comes with an extensive and verified food database, meaning food entries are verified to contain accurate nutritional information. Each entry has an in-depth nutritional breakdown, including information about the amino acid profile, fiber content, lots of micronutrients. Carbon Diet Coach, on the other hand, has a pretty comprehensive food database too, with information about the calorie and macronutrients of each food. It even includes specific brands of certain foods, which of course makes it a lot easier to log what you eat. The winner here though was MacroFactor. While both apps excel in this category, MacroFactor is just slightly better. In addition to its extensive and verified database, it offers a pretty in-depth nutritional breakdown that was a bit better than Carbon Diet Coach. The next category we compared was tracking capabilities. MacroFactor users can track their calories, macronutrients, vitamins, and minerals. You can also track your body weight and fat, body measurements, measurements, progress photos, physical activity, and a lot more. Now, Carbon Diet Coach allows users to track their calories and macronutrients as well as their body weight, body fat, and lean mass. So the winner here is MacroFactor because it allows more metrics to be tracked than Carbon Diet Coach. Third category that we compared was Calorie Recommendations. MacroFactor asks about your age, your gender, physical size, activity level, and fitness experience. Then it determines your calorie and macronutrient needs. However, what's even more impressive is how they are adjusted later on and the app gets to know you. They use your intake, your estimated energy expenditure, in other words, how much activity you do in a day, so not just your workouts, and your weight trend. Carbon Diet Coach asks the same questions as MacroFactor except for fitness experience to determine your calorie and macronutrient needs. My colleague Philip, who is a certified personal trainer, has tested both of these apps, and he agrees that the app's initial recommendations are a really good starting point for a lot of people. And like MacroFactor, the app adjusts your nutritional target during weekly check-ins based on the data that it gathers. The winner in this category is MacroFactor. Both apps are pretty similar, but MacroFactor's algorithms are a lot more specific to the user, and they allow for more flexibility by adjusting targets based on what the user proves that they are capable of. Carbon Diet Coach is only going to update the user's targets if they adhere to the target set. If they don't adhere, then the targets remain the same. Next on our list is comparing the level of customization within the two apps. This was a landslide win for MacroFactor because it's easily the most customizable macro tracker on the market. I mean, some of the things that users can adjust here are calories, macronutrients. They have coaching options, choosing between manual, collaborative, or coached. You can have the rate of loss or gain, weekly calorie and macronutrient distribution, and your preferred protein intake. Carbon Diet Coach doesn't even come close because it only allows users to modify their calorie and macronutrient targets. Next, let's talk about educational opportunities within the apps. Now, neither of these apps are really educational apps. MacroFactor is not an educational app per se. However, while using this app, I noticed that it does an excellent job of teaching critical nutritional concepts without necessarily getting users to read articles or watch videos. By using the app, you can learn how your calorie needs change, the perfect rate of loss for you, and your options for protein intake, as well as how rich in specific nutrients various foods actually are, and so much more other things too. Carbon Diet Coach also isn't designed to be an educational app, but like MacroFactor, it teaches users about the calorie density and macronutrient distribution of foods. The winner here, however, is MacroFactor, because while the two apps are similar in their ability to educate users, MacroFactor is the winner because it's just a lot more comprehensive in its functionality. And last but not least, let's compare the category exercise calories. MacroFactor integrates with Fitbit devices, which can measure how many calories you burn in a day. The app also asks users about their activity level while creating a program. These metrics help the app determine your calorie needs, but the app doesn't emphasize daily fluctuations in energy expenditure or exercise calories. Instead, MacroFactor looks at a lot of things, like your calorie intake up to that point and weight trend to determine if you need to update the calories and macronutrients in your goals. Carbon Diet Coach, on the other hand, asks users about their activity and exercise level during sign up to better understand their nutritional needs. However, it doesn't track exercise calories. So the winner here is a tie. Both apps do a great job of providing and updating nutritional recommendations by looking at the bigger picture, but neither one puts too much stock in exercise calories or one-off bursts of activities, like let's say you decided to take a really long walk one day. So which app came out on top? MacroFactor. Well, it was really close. MacroFactor won the head-to-head battle in 7 out of 10 categories tested, where Carbon Diet Coach won in only 1. So after hearing this review, are you gonna try MacroFactor? If you wanna learn more about it, I have created a beginner's guide to using the MacroFactor app, which I have also linked below. So head on over to that video next if you wanna find out how to get the most out of the app to reach your goals. Thanks for watching and have a great day.